Alles klärchen. Dann würde ich sagen, reden wir mal hier mit Tristane, dem Zora-Verschnitt hier. Gucken.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
Ja, ist okay.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection.
Diese strenge Kontrolle sieht wie genau aus?
So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
Und während der Show hast du hier auch kontrolliert?
I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so sure,
Scheißbrill.
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck.
Kannst du ja überhaupt nicht sehen.
But still,
Naja, nicht unser
I
Problem
did
hier.
not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave.
Alles klar, also es ist keiner rausgegangen. Das heißt, der oder die Verbrecher, Schuldigen und auch das Mädel müssen noch in dem
We
Gebäude sein.
Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
Melusinen. Eine Melusine also.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here.
Na gut.
Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info.
Ein- und Ausgang des Opernhauses. Während der Zauberschau verließ niemand von hier das Opernhaus. Und nach dem Vorfall durften nur diejenigen gehen, deren Identität von den Gedärmen bestätigt worden war. Okay.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
Aber können wir nicht erst noch in das Journal reingucken, was wir jetzt wahrscheinlich hier irgendwo gekriegt haben? Da. Verlagte.
Whoever the murderer was, they must have made preparations well beforehand. This rope was obviously tampered with. People needed to register and reserve a seat for the show. That, combined with this number selector, could allow you to pick a young lady instead of some old fogey. Why would it be him? How strange.
Aber hat er was mit der Entführung zu tun? Und einfach bei dem großen Gig ist irgendwas nach hinten losgegangen?
Gosh, no wonder the serial disappearances never got solved.
Die vermisste ist die Halsey. Genau, diese Malerin hatte Stress und hat hier versucht, den Kopf frei zu bekommen.
We all heard that noise, didn't we? The performance would not have been visible from where the doors were guarded. If Paimon were on duty, she would have snuck back into the audience seating.
Aber hier gibt es immer noch 5 weitere Gespräche, die wir jetzt nicht gehört haben, ne? Und im Opas haben wir auf jeden Fall 3 von 3 Sachen geholt. Okay. Bevor wir die unteren richtig haben, also da kann man auch nichts kombinieren. Schwierig da irgendwas zu sagen. Wir gucken uns erstmal den Zaubertrick an.
Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
Alter, Molly hat mit dir geflirtet. Gut.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Vermutlich eine Freundin, aber...
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs and will be helping investigate this whole situation.
Keine von uns ist Naya, oder? Nee, ich glaube nicht.
And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Sehr schön, wenn die keine Probleme haben.
New helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Okay, ja gut, wir gucken jetzt mal, was sie da machen, ne?
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick.
Okay.
But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
Ja, das wäre eh noch so die Sache gewesen, die ich auch sehr gerne untersuchen würde. Die Box, die vorhandene von innen. Er hat sein Auge auch wieder.
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
Die Rückseite der Tür ist anders, oder?
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
Soll es etwa heißen, dass in dem Schrank noch ein anderer Schrank ist?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Okay, also hier ist ein Schrank im Schrank, das ist schon mal okay. Die wurde dann wahrscheinlich in den hinteren Schrank reingesetzt.
So there was
Ne?
a passageway under the magic box.
Okay, und die beiden Schränke sind dadurch miteinander verbunden.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley?
Ja.
The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see.
Okay.
So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Okay, und was ist deine Seite des Tricks?
Right. You were talking that whole time. And you even came out for a moment near the end.
Und er klettert dann wahrscheinlich einfach hoch, oder was?
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
Ja, genau, okay, also er weiß es ja eh, deswegen. Und der Zuschauer darf natürlich weiterhin nichts erfahren, deswegen wird das da geheim gehalten.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, und warum?
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
Okay.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who.
Okay, müssen wir die Brüste ganz schön abkleben, ne? Da gibt's bestimmt auch irgendwie Füllmaterial
And
und Co.
that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow! Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
Ja gut, ihr habt wirklich an alles gedacht.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending.
Ah.
And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
Oh, wir haben da hinten ein Lüftungsgitter. Kann das sein? So, wenn ich jetzt so ein bisschen hier rumgucke, ne, zwischen Paimon und uns.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Okay. Na gut, das macht ja von
Yes,
mir
of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Okay, Funktionsweise des Zaubertricks. Linney erklärt ausführlich, wie der Zaubertrick funktionieren sollte. Mithilfe der doppelten beschichteten Schrankes sollte das ausgewählte Mädchen aus dem Publikum, das sich in dem Schrank befand, durch einen Tunnel auf die andere Seite transportiert werden. Linney selbst sollte diesen Tunnel ebenfalls nutzen, um auf die andere Seite zu gelangen. Währenddessen übernahmen Lynette nach dem Kostümwechsel und der Assistent gemeinsam die Interaktion auf der Bühne. Okay. Struktur des Zauberschranks auf der Bühne. Der Zauberschrank, auf der Bühne steht, hat auf der Rückseite ein Fach, in dem sich Lynette, die sich mit Hilfe von Lynneys Kleidung verkleidet hat, versteckt, um gegen Ende des Tricks aufzutauchen und den Anschein zu erwecken, dass Linney augenblicklich in dem Schrank auf der gegenüberliegenden Seite wechseln kann. Okay, Struktur des Zauberschranks auf der Tribüne. Der Zauberschrank, der in der Mitte der Tribüne steht, verfügt über zwei Schichten, eine innere und eine äußere. Mit einem Eingang zu einem der runterliegenden Tunnel, so ist es möglich, den Schrank, in dem sich der glückliche Zuschauer befindet, vom Publikum unbemerkt zu transportieren. Okay. Wir gucken uns mal die Leiter an. Um vom Tunnel aus zurück in den Zauberschrank zu gelangen, ist eine Leiter erforderlich. Steuereinheit. Das muss das Steuergerät für den Rollwagen sein. Er scheint automatisch zu funktionieren. Wenn man ihn einmal betätigt hat, ne? Okay, da ist irgendwas umgekippt. Was ist hier?
Huh. What's this?
Eine Art Haken, ne?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Das hat Lynn gar nicht erwähnt eben gerade.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Das ist die Frage.
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
Ja, schreib's mal auf. Ein zurückgelassenes Hakenseil. Ein Seil, an dessen Ende ein eiserner Haken befestigt ist, liegt auf dem Boden. Sein Zweck ist gänzlich unbekannt. Okay, die Vase, die hier zerbrochen ist, was hat sie?
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Ja, danke, Milos.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Wahrscheinlich eine weitere Zaubervisite.
It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear. And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Eine zerbrochene Vase. Die eine Seite des Tunnels ist mit Scherben dieser Vase übersät, aus der sich auch ihr Inhalt ergossen hat. Aufgrund der Entfernung ist es eher unwahrscheinlich, dass sie von dem Wagen mit dem Zauberschrank getroffen wurde. Okay. Allerdings waren keine Fußabdrücke. Immer noch ein Kleid. Kleidung untersuchen wir auch nochmal.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right?
Okay.
Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Nee, sagte nichts davon, dass man hier irgendwo Kleidung wechseln müsste.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them?
Jetzt mit der Brille passiert. Die ganze Zeit schon diese Wirbel gehabt? Das habe ich gar nicht gesehen. Oh Gott, oh Gott. Oh, Paimon.
Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
Ja, gut. Das Kleid der vermissten Halsey wurde aus einem unbekannten Grund im Tunnel zurückgelassen. Oh, wir suchen also ein nacktes junges Mädel. Na, Glückwunsch. Die Fahrbahn können wir hier auch noch untersuchen. Dieser Zaubertrick erfordert ein hohes Maß an Präzision. Die Schienen hätten verwendet werden können, um den Rollwagen auf einer festgelegten Strecke zu halten. Hier haben wir noch was. Kisten, Lagerkisten. Okay. Darin sind alle Arten von Zauberrequisiten und Kostüme wahllos verstaut. Habt ihr gesagt, er ist ein Lüftungsschlitz? Der Rollwagen ist das Schlüsselwerkzeug, mit dem der Zauberschrank transportiert wurde. Der Täter hat genau das benutzt, um seinen Plan auszuführen. Ja, da muss er erstmal hüpfen. Da haben wir was Schönes gefunden.
What is this place?
Das wäre eine Lüftungsöffnung.
It seems someone could fit through here.
Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
Na gut, wir müssen es testen, ne?
There are no other ways in or out of here.
Die Zauberschränke könnten auch als Ausgang benutzt werden. Und Lunay und Lynette waren jeweils in einem der beiden Zauberschränke.
Oh, you're right. Let Paimon write that down.
Und die Lüftungsöffnung des Tunnels. Sieht so aus, als könnte sie gerade noch eine Person den Durchgang ermöglichen. Aber mit dem vermissten Mädchen zu verschwinden scheint unrealistisch zu sein.
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes. Let's head back up.
Ich würde gerne kurz mal den Traveler wieder rausschmeißen aus der... Ach, geht nicht. Okay. Der ist in der Gruppe alleine drin. Alles klar, wir können nur ihn spielen. Ich würde sagen, wir gehen zurück an die Oberfläche. Also in den Operettensaal, ne? Mal.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement.
Ja, von da aus können sie ja rein theoretisch überall wieder rauskommen, ha?
The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
Ja, das kann schon stimmen. Und vielleicht gibt es ja einen Geheimgang im Geheimgang.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Und wir müssen kämpfen.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
Die Oratrice?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the oratrice.
Scheiße.
To put it simply, it's as if the oratrice has its own will and is a judge in its own right.
Die Emotionen von dem Publikum.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. Not that this has ever happened anyway.
Erstaunlich, wahrhaftig.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Habt ihr doch selber nicht. Ist doch irgendwie
So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought Novelette called the shots.
Ich wusste doch, dass die Brille dieses Gewürbelte eben noch nicht hatte.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment, which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Na gut, wir wollen ja eh hier bleiben, ne?
Huh? Why?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Also, was bist du denn für ein Typ, Silber?
Whoa, there's no need for that. Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
Ja, jetzt ist euch die Zeit, wählerisch zu werden.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Ja, definitiv. Bin ich sofort dabei, Navia.
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all.
Paimon?
Just kidding, just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Okay, also sie will jetzt hier Desserts machen. Von mir aus.
Here? But
Ich misch da nicht
how?
ein.
Understood, mademoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Oh, Melos hat auf jeden Fall schon den Plan. Gut.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
What?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Oh. Na gut.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
Alles klar.
These three are quite the interesting group.
Wahrscheinlich etwas, das die Mitglieder der Spinne teilen? Seltsamkeit?
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon process.
Okay, es sieht ja geil aus. Was auch immer dieses Gebäck sein soll, sagt mir, glaube ich, überhaupt nichts.
But
Keine
you
Ahnung.
ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Na dann, das hat Paimon nicht gemeint, aber ja, na gut, ihr macht das schon, ne?
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty beating egg whites and baking like this?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks.
Ich finde aber auch dieses Blau-Grau von ihrem Kleid sehr
Don't
hübsch.
underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm
Was?
workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack.
Macarons.
Anyway, give these a try, fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Okay.
Only 3?
Alter Paimon, ich will nicht wissen, wie viel Fett und Kalorien die Dinger haben.
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Naja, wir vertrauen eh jetzt mal hier.
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite, strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit.
Dankeschön. Du solltest dich auch eine Zeit lang ausruhen. Hey, hier, danke.
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
Ja. Macht das auf jeden Fall richtig. Ich glaube, er hat seinen Job auch richtig gewählt, ne?
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber.
Jo, das ist richtig.
However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Nicht wirklich nehmen.
Exactly. Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
Also, außer Lynette und Lynette wären da noch 2 weitere Personen, das vermisste Mädchen und halt der Verstorbene.
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel,
Richtig,
resulting in
ja.
the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Ja, das macht schon Sinn. Aber für mich jetzt von der Logik her, ne? Die eine Kapsel wurde runtergelassen, rübergefahren und dann hochgemacht. Aber da oben war ja noch eine Kapsel drin. Ja? Nee, genau, eben nicht. Also die Dame, also Halsey, wurde von der Treppe, sage ich mal, runtergelassen, rübergefahren und auf der Tribüne hochgefahren. So, und Lynette ist ja da, also hier ist die Tribüne, ist ja hier über die Leiter runter, ist dann rübergelaufen und ist wieder in der Treppe hochgegangen. Also war er ja eigentlich unten im Raum zu Fuß unterwegs und hätte ja sehen müssen, wer oder was da passiert. Und er selber hat ja auch geschrien, oh, er hätte die Deko umgeschmissen und das müsste er jetzt machen. Oder war das Lynette?
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
Es gibt keinen dritten. War vielleicht das Mädchen der Typ?
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person. But the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowell.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowell before making her escape?
Aber wie ist sie dann geflohen? Und sie wusste nichts davon, wie dieser Zaubertrick funktioniert.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Ja, vielleicht bisher noch nie.
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case.
Quatsch. Jeder Fall ist erklärbar.
Your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell great! They're nice and crisp and super sweet.
Und schon ist die Aufmerksamkeit weg. Kannst dir haken, keiner.
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count.
Bist du sicher? 1, 2, 5 oder was?
Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
Das ist in Ordnung. Auch wenn du 5 gegessen hast, ist es nicht schlimm. Kein Problem, ich weiß, du isst gerne Süßigkeiten.
Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? How could you?
Wie kann man so hochkommen als Synchronstimme? Das könnte ich. Kein Schatz.
If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach.
Oh Gott, oh Gott.
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. Malus, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Die macht jetzt nochmal welche.
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Das ist doch nicht notwendig, Navia. Beruhig dich mal.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
Okay, sie macht Nummer 2 viel, ne? Aber bei der folgenden Diskussion
Well,
macht ihr...
that's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area.